Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, it's warmed up a little bit, but we must hold back. But we are always eager as gardeners to get sowing. I've done a few giants. Here are my microgreens, and I've had these absolutely ages, and I'm supposed to use them before 2020. Surprising how long they last. Give them a nice little sprinkle. I use the photo cassette boxes to store my seeds, so that's where I find them, and then this is where I put them. So if I've got seeds I need to sow in January, they'll go in the January box, but if I want a successional sow, I'll move it to March, etc, etc. Works for me. It just saves having wads of garden seeds in a box and not knowing when we should be sowing them and forget. The two there on the right from Thompson and Morgan, I've had two of my clips of my videos on their blog, masterclass blog, and they sent me some broccoli and calabrese for the, I think it was the purple sprouting broccoli video I done. And then one of my viewers sent me a few seeds as a thank you. The kitchen garden seeds were from Alan. We did a bit of a swap. I got something he wanted, and in return he gave me a few seeds. Looks like the wind's played havoc with those, and there's hardly any wind. These are the seeds I got from Malvern. They're just £1 a packet. Normally probably £3, £2.99, something like that, but there's lots and lots of offers going on at the moment, and I picked up a few seeds on my travels. That cucumber down the right there is a really good cucumber. Mrs. K likes the smaller carrots, and I was going to try and do some silver skinned pickled onions. We enjoyed those over Christmas with my homemade stuff. Bill and Val sent me some of their melon seeds, and Jason and Colleen sent me some tomato seeds. So I've got to take those boxes in the house and reassess. I don't like throwing seeds away. If anything, I'll just plant the seeds, let them grow, and then compost them. The grow room is very, very busy. At the bottom of this, we've got the Spider Farmer heat mat, and we've had to do a few changes. We did have it on the top tray, but it was getting a little bit warm. So what I've done now, it's lying on the floor. I've put a small pallet on top, so now the heat can dissipate properly, which has worked really well. And this is my 6 by 8 greenhouse. So this grow tent is squeezed in here, and that's the Spider Farmer, and the, can't remember them offhand, but it'll all be in the title and the description. We'll have a look in there shortly. Do you want to have a little peep-o? Should we have a little peep-o? Peep-o. We'll have a proper look in in a moment. I'm busily chitting my seeds, some of the giants there, as they germinate. We pop them on. Some more onions there. So we've got Red Baron and Stir on. Some seeds there that haven't germinated yet. And then lots and lots of giants of different description. Quite pleased with the germination. Agrolan cell plug trainers, whatever they're called. I kept the books, hang on. Plant plug trainers. You've got quite a few cells there. If you notice the lid, you can twist it, so on the right hand side there the plastic goes right down to the bottom, and then that one there's a bit of a gap. So you can have it however which way you want at the moment. I've got that little gap there for a bit of ventilation for the Pablo F1 beetroot. Did really well for me last year, and we've now finished the pickles, so I need to do more. I tend to grow what I tend to grow what I eat, or what we eat, apart from the giants of course. But no, if you've never seen these Agrelin plant trainers, they're ideal. I did a video on that, and there's a little reservoir on the bottom. Press the sides in, push them down, and it releases the cells. A little peg at the bottom pushes the seedlings out. Ideal, and they're stackable as well while you're waiting for them to germinate. And I use some of the old envelopes that we have things delivered in, and that's how I keep an eye on everything. So B will probably have something in 1, 2. I'll do a row of each. This is what 3, 6, this 7, 3, 6, so it's 7 by 7. So I can have 7 of something, then the next. And can you see or not? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 8 and 8, so they don't get mixed up. But I'm really pleased with the Spider Farmer heat mat. I've had to adjust it to suit my needs. Let's go and have a look at the lights and the actual tent. We've checked the electricity in the house, and it's using about 5p an hour. So that's the Spider Farmer lights, 2 heat mats, another grow light, which I'll tell you the name of that's in the grow room there. But you know, it's my little hobby, and of course these have been sent to me by Spider Farmer to review. Didn't get much chance last year because of issues, personal issues, work issues and everything else. But there's a few of the giants, some of the cabbages, and look at these broad beans now, the crimson broad beans. Hoping to get those out. So the other heat mats under that tray. I'll keep my watering cans, the spray bottles, little cans all to hand. In the corner there is the Steve from Digwell Green Fingers single seed potato challenge. Some more red onions to replace everything that got decimated by the very cold weather that we had. The sweet peas, I've snipped the tops out of those so they'll sprout out from the sides. It's a little bit warmer in here, I can expect that. I've got about half power on the light, but as my giant carrots and cabbages grow, I can increase the light. And there's some of the lettuce there. Where's the other lettuce? Hang on a minute. Oh, where's the other lettuce? It's there, you fool. So there's some of the lettuces that we've taken out of that tray, and I can start taking a few of the leaves off those. But I'm hoping to get some of those planted up at the allotment if I can look after and some of the square foot gardening, if I can just give them a little bit of extra warmth from that chilly wind we're having at the moment. You might recognise that stand that was up at the allotment, and I thought, well, that might be ideal. I had to chop the top off it, but it's given me another small staging, and I'll have to decide then whether I put any more staging in. But I'll be planting more potatoes and putting them in the bottom here. And of course, once the carrots get a little bit bigger, we'll be potting those on into the tubes, ready to go in the allotment when time allows, or when they're ready to go in the allotment, when I've actually built the pallet beds, which you might have seen me making a start on in a previous video. If you like the content of this video, then please consider subscribing. Don't forget thumbs up or thumbs down before you leave, and also look at the comments, add to the comments. Don't forget, if it's a nice comment, just give it a thumbs up. It all helps with the interaction, YouTube and everything else, and gets my videos to people that may have not seen them before. There's the first lot of potatoes. Oh, guys, I nearly went there. But no, I'm pleased with this. So the description, the Mars, the Spider Farmer links will be in the description below, and why not have a little look. I say I've had to adapt this. I've had to shorten the poles, and then we've just pushed the roof up a bit. You can buy the size that suits you. My condor potatoes are happily chitting in the floor well of the car that we've got in the garage that doesn't go anywhere, and the rest are in the fridge, and as they start to chit, they must feel it's ready, so that's when I pop them into pots. What did we buy here? Did we saw something Swift? I don't think I've grown Swift before, and that bag was quite cheap, so I couldn't help myself. But I have lost a lot of my potatoes. I do need to reveal everything that's in the polytunnel to see whether any have survived. But sometimes saving your own seed doesn't always work with the weather that we've had here in the UK. Should have protected them. But I think a lot of people had the same issues. Still got lots of apples. Can't make enough crumbles. The fridge is full. So I think I'm going to have to eat stewed apple, and more stewed apple. I'd like to thank everybody for their kind words and continued support, and I do really appreciate everybody that watches my videos from start to finish. It helps me out just to get a few little things for my growing spaces. You can't always get everything on a budget, but I'd like to thank Spider Farmer for sending me this, because I think I would have actually run out of room. We'll see how we get on, and we'll give you some updates throughout the rest of the winter and into spring. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.